Hey, so today I'm going to be using cardstock and some adhesive vinyl to show you how to create this. It's just real simple cuts, real simple design. I will link it down in my description. It's from the Community tab on Cricut. Stay tuned, stick around for the video. I'm telling you, you're going to love it and you're probably going to get addicted to making these. Now, just a disclaimer, these are just inspirational Coach purses. These are just cardstock, and they're just used as gift bags, not to sell, just to throw a gift in. The design that I'm going to link to actually also includes a little heart mandala that you can cut out and put together and then put some ribbon on and also hang from the bag if you want to use it that way. I thought I would just use mine to write a little gift card and then stick it into the slot inside of the bag. You can use whatever color cardstock you want. As you can see on this one, I use some glitter cardstocks. So the materials you'll need are some type of glitter cardstocks. However, cardstock, you can use glitter cardstock or your whatever flavor of cardstock you want to use, just regular cardstock as long as it is double-sided. And adhesive vinyl would be best to do the zipper, although you don't have to. On this one, I simply used cardstock for my buckles and for the zipper. But to make it look a little more realistic, you might want to try using adhesive vinyl. So you'll have a layer of cardstock and then you'll put the adhesive vinyl on for more durability. And I love True Brushed. So when I did this one, I did my top layer of the adhesive vinyl using this True Brushed. It makes things look metallic, almost like real metal. So I use that for the buckles and for the zipper on this particular one. But if you have just like silver adhesive vinyl or something like that hanging around, you might want to use that if you want to spruce it up and make it look more realistic. And then on this one, and I used cardstock as my base, and then for the accents of the purse that you can see that houndstooth pattern, and then I just used this printed paper. So it's pretty thin. It's like the thickness of, a nice laser copy paper. But it looks gorgeous and I love it and it's perfect. So if you have some printed papers sitting around and you want to use that, or just some cardstock. So the possibilities are endless with this. You can just create and keep coming up with different patterns and different color combinations. Okay, so we've got our buckles and our zipper cut. Go ahead and take that off the mat. I'm going to be really careful with this zipper and take it off, and I'm going to set that aside. I'm actually just going to set all of these back on the color of my cardstock, almost like a little tray to keep them on. Here, I'll show you. I have it off camera, but I'll bring it over on my machine to show you. I'm just going to try to keep everything organized that way. So all the things that I cut of specific colors, I'm just going to set almost like a little tray to hold all of my similar color or same color cardstock items so that they're all together and organized. And then I have my workspace table that I'm going to set them on behind me. So that might be a helpful tip. And this is the Debossing and Cut. Brand spanking new out of the package. Gonna get it ready. I'm gonna need to put it onto one of the swap out housing units, which I actually have right here. I'm gonna push that lever, plunger, whatever you wanna call it, button on the top, and I'll just slide that scoring wheel out and slide my debossing tip on. Show you what it looks like. It's kind of weird. It's just a round little knob at the bottom. I'm gonna push that little lever, pull it off, And then you can see it's like male, female. You just go ahead and stick that on there while pushing the plunger, and then when you release, it's gonna grab onto that tip and hold it on with that swap out housing. Okay, debossing tip in the machine. Okay, that is done. And I actually got this cardstock from a sampler pack that I got from my second ever purchased mystery box. The last time I purchased one was like back in 2019 or something. And then here we are in 2022. I finally purchased my second one and I got my first ever Cricut Cutie. I gotta show you guys. Oh, he's so cute. If you're interested in what Cricut mystery boxes are about, go head over to my channel and watch my Cricut mystery box unboxing, and it's in my unboxing playlist, and also I'll try to link it down in the description. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start cutting a bunch of pink, and I will meet you back in a little bit. I am going to click on more pressure, and I'm using the stronger grip mat to hang on to this. I hope you can see this. After cutting my glitter cardstock, the end of the fine point blade is completely covered in glitter. So I'm going to clean that off. And I advise that you do the same. What I really think is a great thing to do is to put transfer tape down and then put the glitter cardstock down face down on the transfer tape. But I didn't want to fiddle around with that today, but that is a hack instead of cutting glitter side up. All right, to clean a glitter off of the fine point blade, I'm just gonna grab a little household cotton swab to protect myself from the blade and just gonna dab at it. And I'm gonna kind of push that blade up. Look at all that glitter that's clustered on there. And just going to use that swab, being very careful, using my cotton swab and just wiping around that blade to clean it off. All right, it's ready to go back in and do some more cutting. I did not at all like how the cardstock coach lettering turned out, so I'm going to use Smart material of black premium vinyl. Okay, now I cut this out of cardstock and it just did not cut. It was just a scrunched up mess. The O didn't even cut. So I thought, you know what, adhesive vinyl it is. And it's gonna work just fine. Look fantastic. Okay, so I've got my little Coach emblem that will be going on the front of the purse. Okay, once you have everything cut out, you're gonna wanna go and fold on the scoring lines. You might even grab onto a tool that's kind of flat and just have that help you bend along that scoring line. So I'm just using my spatula. I've got several different glues I'm going to be working with today. I have this Craft Bond Elmer's glue, and I'm going to use possibly some of this just regular Aleena's clear tacky glue. And then I also am using a tape runner of Elmer's double-sided tape. And just to make it more durable, the buckles have double layers. A lot of this is going to have double layers in certain areas just to make it more durable. So I'm going to glue all the buckles together now, and then I'll go back and put the purse together. Not a lot of the score lines needed to be folded. Some of these score lines are just guides, which are great for you to just be able to line up the accent pieces of the purse. Okay, so we're gonna do this little part next, which is going to go on this part of the purse. And there's like a little curve and a straight edge. So this part is actually gonna go like that. It's gonna go straight edge on the top, curved edge on the bottom. I'm going to just throw some double-sided tape on here. Flip it over, make sure the curved edge is lined with the curved edge. Make sure it's on there pretty even. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and run over it with my brayer. Okay, and I'm going to throw that off to the side. So this is going to be the bottom inside, and this little insert is going to be like our sturdy bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue right on to the insert that's going to go in the bottom. And it doesn't hurt to do a little extra on the surface it's going on to as well. Okay, and then we're just gonna pop that right inside. Okay, and then I'm gonna, even though it's I'm gonna run my brayer over it just a little bit. Looks like the corners could use a little extra glue. I think I'm just going to pull them up and do a little double-sided tape just in the corners. This is the inside of the bag, but you still want it to look nice. So these are going to be our straps for our buckle. Just going to use the end of this tool here to kind of just curve this right in the middle. We want the buckle straps to actually look more natural and not hard fold. So just grab whatever you can that has like a little bit of a rounded edge to it to fold these in half without putting a crease in them. Okay, so take it and put it on the buckle just like that. And you're going to want to just glue just the tip part with whatever glue you prefer. So you're just gonna glue the bottom part like that. So there's still like an opening, so that buckle is a little bit loose in there. And then we're gonna take this other part and you're gonna evenly place it on here and glue it on there. So you're gonna want a nice border going all the way around. And I'm thinking because this is gluing onto glitter cardstock, I'm going to have to use something a little bit more than this Strong Bond glue stick, but we'll see. We shall see if this holds up. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and keep working on each individual buckle. I created this Coach tag that I used my fine tip debossing tool to deboss into the cardstock the word Coach. And I did 2 layers just for simple durability factor, so I'm going to glue that together right now, and then I'm going to put a little ribbon on it. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm just gonna let that dry now. So while it's flat, before we actually put it on the walls, I'm gonna put these little side parts on. And I'm going to use a little bit of glue, and then I'm gonna use also some tape. Just kind of like on each edge and corner, doing a little bit of tape, double-sided tape. So this is gonna really stick on there, but be quick. Okay, so I'm gonna stand that up, line this up. All right, that looks good. My gosh, this is coming along so cute. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside and work on the next one. Look at how cute. Okay, so before we put it all together, this is a pocket that was created originally for the card. It's a Galentine's Day card. I did not want to do the card. Instead, I wanted to have this little pocket in there where I can stick a card that I make of my own, as well as if I wanted to like stick a gift card inside that pouch or whatever. So I am going to add this little pocket on the inside. And I'm going to do some glue along with a little bit of double-sided tape. And then I'm just going to center it on the inside of the bag. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down inside the card just a little, or inside the purse a little bit more, and center it. You can kind of see the lines where the detailed part of the card are, so if you just kind of center it along with those lines on either side of them, that's super helpful. Okay, I'm just going to press down. We have that little pocket there, so that's cute. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue my buckles on. You're going to center them in between this line here, and you're going to have that glittered part right on the edge and centered. So it's going to look like that. Okay, putting my last buckle on there. Just making sure it's lined up at the top, centered in the middle here, between the two glitter cardstock pieces here and here. Okay, so that's what it should look like. Got our two sides done with the buckle. Now it's time to put it all together. Alright, so I'm going to take my bottom piece and I'm going to do the bottom part first. And you're going to want the flexible part to be on the bottom, not the top. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Go ahead and again, I'm going to use a little bit of Strong Bond crafting glue, and then I'm going to do some double-sided tape. And I'm going to line that up and then just press it on there. Okay, so that's going to be one side of the bag. I'm going to do the other side. I'll put some glue.
and some double-sided tape. Okay, then you're just going to line that up. Make sure that it's lined up at the bottom, which it is not. So see where the line, how even that can be at the bottom. And then you're going to just flatten it down. Okay, now these are going to be the sides, so we're going to put glue on the sides here, on the bottom and on the top, and then this is going to just flush glue right on there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some double-sided tape. Doubling up on my glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave that part laying flat, and I'm going to line up the side and the bottom. I'm going to line up that first, make sure that's lined up, and then I can do the sides later, or secondary. So I'm going to fold this in, and then just check to make sure we're not over folding. Okay. Okay, and then once you have it where it needs to be, then just go ahead and press down on the insides. So we've got one side done. And we're going to flip it around and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom part first. Make sure that's lined up. I'm just going to flip it up and check it. Looks pretty good. And I can fold the other two sides in. Trying to do them one at a time. Okay, and then lay it down and just kind of press inside. Okay, we're almost done. Let's go ahead and put on the zipper. Okay, so the zipper's just going to go right up here. And I'm going to, again, use some glue and some double-sided tape. Okay. I'm just going to try to find the center here. How's that look? Okay, and then I'm going to put my little Coach label on. Okay, I think think I like where that's at. Now we just have to put the handles on. All you're gonna do is you're just gonna fold each end and do like that, okay? Here's the back side of the purse. Side view. And here's the front. I almost completely forgot about our little coach tag. We've got to put a ribbon on that and throw that on the bag. So I just cut out a little gray piece of ribbon and I'm just gonna thread it through. Super cute. Love it. Make sure that you click like if this was beneficial to you, and make sure you hit subscribe if you want to stay tuned for future crafting tutorials. And check out my next video.